So is this just a small town police force that hasn't seen a murder in 7 years, tripping over messaging? Or are they messing up as the nation looks on? I want to turn now to Fil Waters. He's a former homicide detective with the Houston Police Department who's investigated over 400 murder cases. Okay, so Phil, listen, it's frustrating for everybody. I'm sure it's the most frustrating for the police to try to come to terms with finding a man almost a month after the murders. But I am sort of perplexed by the notion that the police chief is astounded by the detail of an open door that's been all over several cable news networks for almost a week now, this network included. And then the Daily Mail asks him, what do you think about that open door? Where are you going with that? Oh, it's news to me. I've never heard it. Never heard it. But the person who reported it said she told the police that detail. What do you make of this?
Well, thank you for having me back, Ashleigh. You know, I tell you, the chief from the beginning of this, because of the magnitude of this event, which, look, in 15 years in Moscow, Idaho, there have been 7 homicides. And now all of a sudden in one day, he's got 4 at one scene. That is, and given his experience, he's lived there all his life, worked there. This was from the very beginning of the first presser that he held. It was clear that he was overwhelmed with what he had seen. Now, given that, the problem becomes, how do we communicate now with the public and the media? Because they're going to be asking all sorts of questions. And I think this is just where, and this is not a criticism, this is just the reality, that this chief was in no way prepared for this kind of media onslaught. The fact that he doesn't know about an open door, I'm not surprised about that at all. I know that in my experience, when we had high-profile cases, the chief of police might come to the presser, say a few words at the beginning, and then the questions from the reporters were left up to being answered by the detectives that were working the case, or the captain of the homicide division, who would then turn it over to the detectives working the case. Now, the chief is being briefed about the progress of the investigation. He is not being told every detail, every piece of evidence, every witness statement. He's not being given that information. That's just too much information to try to share with the chief of police. And he doesn't need to know those things. What he needs to know is, where are we in this investigation? What can I discuss with the media? And then come out and talk about those things. The problem here is that early on into this, so many confusing statements, conflicting statements. They were targeted, they were not targeted. Look,
sure,
it's obvious. It's obvious
it's
they
been
were
a
targeted.
mess.
Yeah,
it's
it has
a mess.
been.
And I'll tell you what.
It's the optics that's the rough part of this.
It's the optics, and an open door at a murder scene when they're looking for someone who fled is just a massive detail. And I don't care if you're the police chief or not. There's no other murders they're investigating right now. There's tickets and there's drunks, and this is a big, big deal. And I just feel like if the headlines are blazing this stuff, he should be aware of it. It's frightening to these people. They want to have confidence in their police that they're going to catch this guy. Sure. Phil, I have to leave it there. Will you come back again next week, because we're continuing to cover the case and your information's invaluable?
Oh, sure. I'd be happy to.
And you know what? I'm going to ask you back in a couple of minutes, too, because I think there's a bunch of questions that are rolling in from our viewers. So if you can stick around for a bit, I want you to do the answers, because you know better than I. Thank you, Fil Waters. Do appreciate it.
You bet.
Still to come. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.